Now, the fire of 1886 is probably one of the most significant events to ever happen in a city. Salisbury not only had one in 1886, but they had one in 1860. There's really not a lot of difference between the two because they made the same mistake both times. The buildings were made of mostly wood. They were very close together. There wasn't a lot of separation in the streets. And both times, the firefighting forces were not very large and not very well trained. Essentially, they were untrained bucket brigades for the most part. A lot of people don't realize it in the annals of history. If you read it enough, you'll see it. But in March 13th of 1899, right across the river from here, they had what's called the Jackson's Lumber Mill fire. It was a huge fire that burned all night long, and it was threatening to burn the city one more time. Fortunately, Fred Greer, who was the chief at the time, summoned one of his associates that worked at the R.D. Greer facility just a few blocks away, where his brother and him shared their business, and sent them after a steamer that they had purchased to resell to the Snow Hill Fire Department. And Mr. Greer knew that it was there, realized the potential of that fire, and had one of his assistant chief McConkeys, and he responded, got the steamer, and they put the fire out, saved the city. The fire actually stopped about where the westbound lane is in Route 50. It was heading for the downtown area, and they made a stop on it. Otherwise, we would have done it for the third time. So a lot of people don't realize that, but if you ever get a hold of that article and read it, you'll see just how fearful they were. But good planning and good execution of common sense and resources, got the job done.
The third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.